I arrived at the airport too early. That was my first mistake. My flight wasn't boarding for hours, so I curled up in one of those stiff metal chairs, backpack clutched tight, and let exhaustion win. The terminal was loud back then. Rolling suitcases, distant laughter, a baby crying somewhere near Gate 12. Normal airport noise. Comforting, in a way. When I woke up, the boarding announcement never came. The airport wasn't silent. Airports are never silent. The lights still hummed overhead. An escalator clicked endlessly, moving but going nowhere. But there were no people. Every chair around me was empty. The coffee shop gates were pulled down, metal shutters locked tight. The departure screen glowed blue, frozen on one time. 02:17 a.m. I checked my phone. No service. 02:17 a.m. period. My footsteps echoed as I stood, too loud, bouncing off the walls like the building was listening. I called out, "Hello?" My voice didn't travel far. It felt swallowed. I walked toward security. The ropes were unhooked, lying on the floor like shed skins. The scanners were dark. Beyond them, the terminal stretched far longer than it should have, gate after gate, identical, repeating into shadow. That's when I saw the footprints. Bare footprints. Pressed deep into the polished floor, toes dragging slightly, just a bit too long to be human. They weren't wet. They weren't dusty. They looked old. They stopped right in front of the chair I'd been sleeping in. Facing me, I laughed nervously and whispered, "Okay, very funny." The lights dimmed. Not off, just lower, like the airport was settling into a deeper sleep. The speakers crackled. Final boarding call. The voice was clear, calm, too familiar. It sounded like my own voice, played back just a little too slow. Every screen flickered at once. My flight number filled them all. Gate 0. Airports don't have Gate 0. The footprints began to move. They didn't appear step by step. They slid toward me silent, like something hovering just above the floor. I backed away until my shoulders hit glass. Outside the windows, there were no planes, no runway lights, just darkness, thick, endless, pressing against the glass like deep water. The footprints stopped inches from my feet. "You fell asleep too early," the speaker said gently. "Everyone does, once." The lights went out. In the dark, something breathed. Warm air brushed my ankle. When the light snapped back on, the terminal was full again. Crowds rushing, phones ringing, announcements blaring. A security guard was shaking my shoulder. "Ma'am, you can't sleep here. Your flight's boarding." Everything looked normal. As I walked away, I glanced back at the chair. For just a moment, I saw barefoot prints on the floor. Some places don't let you leave when you arrive too early. Thank you. That's the end of the story. I hope you like the short story. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel.